And go.
Woohoo! We did it! Okay, season 2, I guess, if we want to call it that. Whatever we're calling this. We're back from our hiatus of Call of Cthulhu's Mask of Nyarlathotep. And we are going to do some traveling, apparently. So first let's start. We are... It is now March 6th. The last couple... It's been about 2 weeks since your adventure, since the investigators found the abandoned subway and fought the strange monstrosity inside, which also led to killing the head of the Cult of the Bloody Tongue, at least the New York branch. Using the clues and looking at what you've looking at your various clues and various documents, you have all come to the conclusion that you will be sort of doing a split. And Thomas Masters has decided to go to Australia, and the rest of the group is going to London. But they have picked an unusual way to do it, because Thomas Masters was able to beseech Andrea Casanova to help use her abilities to make you guys whisk you away magically. So, in that time, Carlton Ramsey, the lawyer, has made several arrangements. He's got you reservations for the Ritz Hotel for London. He's giving you all letters of credit for $500 for Tommy and for you guys as well. Not each, but as a group. But you could always wire for more should you need to. However, it shouldn't be a problem. Especially the nice doctor you have, Dr. Dean. His credit rating is pretty good. I'm glad you pay you on Tuesday. With that being said, he has given you these arrangements. You have packed your bags. You said you were bringing your, bringing the mask, and you were going to bring kind of some of those artifacts that you collected. The group that's going to London, I believe.
Yep.
Unless, Tommy, you wanted something in particular from that group.
I didn't think that I would need to take anything, unless you guys think otherwise.
just pretty much like, yeah.
Most of our artifacts are like Africa related.
Mm-hmm.
I would say take one.
Oh, go ahead.
Just on the off chance that he knows something about the like all the crazy African cultures and stuff like that. So
what do you
take
think
one of it.
Would be the best to bring? The mask, maybe? The mask could be closest. I mean, if the mask is tribe related, and I'm going to ask about tribes in Australia, there could be some sort of similarities.
I'm kind of leaning towards that one too. That was going to be my suggestion, because there may be similarities, and then in addition to it, if they end up using the exact same style headdress, that gives us something to go off of too.
Yeah, you also need an etching of or a copy of the Sandbat symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'll bring the African mask to Australia,
and then a copy of the symbol. Just have it in like your police notebook or something.
Yeah. And like I said, the assumption is that Thomas is going to be taking notes on things, so that should something unfortunate happen to him, it'll be like, oh, we recovered his notes from his mangled corpse, and now we know what's going on.
And I can resurrect him now.
Oh.
Kind of.
Yeah. Kind of.
I'm here to tell you about your body's extended warranty.
And then for that,
Australia,
you're also gonna bring that photo, right, about the City of Stone?
We have a photo? I know I have notes from a professor talking about a bunch of stuff in Australia.
he showed you that photo. Remember of the desert?
I don't remember.
It's in the handouts.
I will. It's all right. I will show it to you. No. I got it. It should be under. Yeah, it's in your handout.
Your handout.
Did I not give it to you?
City of Stone in Australia.
No, I don't have
This
that.
idea of how little. Oh, really? It's in mine.
Is it? Oh, it's the Australia picture. Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah. I saw it today. I just can't remember where the hell I put it.
It's in Australia handouts.
Australian handouts.
I thought it was
Yeah.
something else, which is why I was confused. I was like, "What are you guys talking
the
about?"
Australia
But
picture. Here.
no, it's because it's called it's called Australia Picture. It's not called Picture a City of Stone.
Just say a
All right,
photo
coming
for
some slack.
Professor Close's lecture about a supposed city of stone in Australia.
Yeah, I think I
I'd
have.
say that's a pretty apt description.
Yeah,
There you
Thomas
go.
has had all of this stuff because he's the one
Yeah.
who got all this information.
Yep.
No, yeah. I
And
just
remember, you also
we weren't forgetting.
he also gave. I remember Professor Cloes gave you a letter of introduction for David.
He did, yes.
So,
That's why I've been wanting to go to Australia.
Exactly. Okay. So to get there, you've come upon the help of the enigmatic Andrea Casanova, and you are now, during that time, you have taken the train to Arkham, Massachusetts. Actually, technically, it's about it's actually, here's Arkham. She's more like a little bit out of town, just a few miles out. Actually, just maybe a mile, according to to the edge of the. Whoops, I'm on the wrong thing here. To the edge of the shore here, her little cottage, right here, picturesque little cottage, and you are able to. Andrea Casanova greets you, and you find yourselves in her strange little house with the strange bric-a-brac of different occult things and various cultures. Casanova says, Andrea Casanova, where are you? Oh, wait, I gotta put in the right thing. All right. She's, well, I am only going to do this once. You see, I have no doubt that you're meddling in the plans of the entities that are out there. The old ones will have no doubt. You've no doubt probably brought their attention, have been brought to their attention. And traveling in such a manner, however briefly, could invite destruction. Technically, you are traveling within their realm when using these kinds of magics. So, with that being said, I will send you to. I'll send you three to London. Well, actually, technically, it's a little town about 50 miles north. It's a house I used to have, but I haven't been there in years. But I had a hidden door in the cellar, so. And I did try it out, and it does work. So, also, as for Mr. Thomas Masters, I will be using a friend of yours, an acquaintance of mine that you've met previously, and she will take you to Australia. And in walks this 7-foot tall, fleshy, pale creature, vaguely humanoid, named Darlene.
Violet,
Hello, Darlene.
Violet would jump behind Woody and just pure startlement.
You guys, you three that have never met Darlene, can go ahead and make a sanity roll.
What a good way to start the session.
That's fair.
Yay!
Do we did we recover during the last 2 weeks? I hadn't touched any of my health or my sanity
Same.
since that point.
Your health has been recovered for sure.
Okay. I didn't want to change that without your permission.
Oh, you know what?
Should
who
we have done some
has,
sanity rolls?
Yeah. Sarah. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I guess everyone but Dean, because he was reading his book. He was finishing up his book.
Okay, so we'll make sanity rolls, and we want to.
I think I'm trying to remember. Sorry. Yeah. Make us. Basically, make sanity roll for each week, and if you are successful, you'll have increased.
Okay, for each week, so that's 2.
So you could get 2. Yeah.
Okay, so here's my first one. Oh.
Wow.
Okay. And here's one.
You got one.
You
got
know.
two.
Okay. And
So
then
Woody,
here's the.
so you have 72. Well,
Oh, is it
yeah. Is
70?
your sanity? Wait, what's your starting sanity?
My starting sanity looks like it's 94 now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're right. No, wait, that's your maximum. I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The number
Then,
before it.
oh, okay, 70 then. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your power? Sorry.
Oh, my power is 80.
Okay. So it is below. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It was below your starting, which was 8. You started at 80, and then you okay. That's fine.
Okay.
That's so you got 2. You got 2 cents. So you have 72. And did you make a sanity roll for seeing the creature?
Not yet. I'll go ahead and do that now.
So you might have. All right, you're fine. Like whatever. Dean Adler.
You can only partially see it.
And then Violet, go ahead and make your sanity recovery rolls.
Okay, but I did fail with the woman.
Yeah,
so
so you'll at best you'll gain 1. So there you go. You gain 1, but you lost 1, and you gain another 1. You lost 1. So gain 1. So you got a net of 1.
Awesome. So I'm at 51
And
now.
Tommy doesn't need to roll. Tommy, you can roll recovery though.
All right, sure. I'll roll recovery with my. No, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to jinx it.
With your luck roll.
All right. I roll 2 sanities.
Yep, 1 for each week. And then if you succeed, you get a point back for each success.
Wow, that's funny. Listen, I have good sanity, guys. You guys have lost all the sanity. I've lost all the luck, but I think you all have lost all the sanity.
Not sure which one I would prefer in this system.
I feel like
Same.
I feel like having more sanity is probably better than having more luck.
Yeah.
Because if you're out of sanity, well, good luck.
Luck or sanity. With that, we will. With that, okay. So, with that, Andrea escorts the 3 of you with all your luggage and whatnot. She points you to a closet. It's you notice its frame is surrounded with strange symbols. If you wish to, those who wish to determine what they are can try to make a Cthulhu mythos or a hard occult, but otherwise, unless you want to.
I'm sorry, did you say those check?
You can if you want to make an occult, or if you want to know.
Yeah,
you
I
don't
mean,
have to know. It doesn't really,
Okay, I will make it. I mean, where's the?
Woo!
Okay, I don't know what it is.
Oh, you don't know anything. All right.
We are clueless.
Clueless. Okay, so with that, she opens the door. She goes, all right, you must get all the way in. You notice there's no other door out. She says, you must all go. Once you shut the door, wait a second, open up, and you will be in merry old England. If you want to say your goodbyes to Mr. Now is the time.
I'll shake his hand, or I'll reach out my hand to be shook. I'll say, good luck. Stay alive.
Thomas would shake your hand back, say the same to you, and hope that your hand doesn't get cut off by sudden teleportation.
And I will shake your hand and say, make your trip worth it. I'm sure you'll find a lot of interesting information down there.
Mm-hmm.
Vi would extend her arms out for like a quick hug. See if Thomas would oblige her for that. She looks really nervous and really scared about doing the whole teleporting thing.
If it's obvious that you're scared, he would give you like a dad hug.
She would gladly take the dad hug because she does not look comfortable, but she will turn to Miss Casanova and say, "What part of London are we coming out at? I don't think I had it clear. Are we showing up at the hotel? Are we just walking out of a phone booth?"
It was mentioned that we'd be 50 miles north of London.
Yeah, but where? Are we ending up in a house or walking out of a phone booth? Like, what's going on?
I think you might be in a basement.
A little cottage.
It's a
basement of a cottage.
It's a little cottage, a little town.
That's part of the surprise.
Oh, okay.
Is everyone... everyone's armed, right? Everyone's got weaponry.
I got mine.
Yep.
I have Sharpie pokey things.
How many of you guys have guns?
I have both my unalivers.
I have Uno Unaliver.
Fine, I'm gonna kill you if you say that again.
It is a town.
I thought you gave a gun to Woody as well. Did you not?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. How many of you have guns?
I have a gun.
I have my rifle. I have my revolver.
I mean, if you gave it to me, it's not in my weapons.
I know I gave at least 2 of you some stolen revolvers.
I think Violet did it. There you
Yeah,
go.
you might have the if you have a revolver, then Violet. I gave you a revolver and I gave one to Dean. I know that for sure.
Yep.
And then you have your rifle, Dean. Did we ever get that back?
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, I'm assuming everything came back.
Okay. Yeah, I think the other 2 revolvers were 38s. I have a 45 and my shotgun.
Yeah, I have a 38, and then I have the panga thing.
Yeah, I have the 38, and then I have...
Topanga?
I have both
Topanga.
my baseball bats.
I didn't know we had Topanga with us. Yeah. And I have a billy club, so worst case scenario, I can do some police brutality.
I will give Woody my 38 revolver, and it's got 20 bullets with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll add that.
It is a small village Hertford. It is a small village on the banks of the river Lea. Small provincial sort of rural town. At least the last time I was there, which has been a few decades. But so with that, do you wish to go? Oh yeah, in range, 15.
Did you say a 38 revolver? I don't see it on the list of weapons.
It's not. You're going to have to put it in manually.
Yeah, you gotta have to put it in there. We can do that in a second when we get chances here.
Okay.
So with that, yeah. So do you go? Do you 3 brave souls go into the closet?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So all 3 of you are in there.
Yeah. Is it dark?
Yes, it's completely dark.
Yep.
All right.
Standing in the dark.
Keep their hands to themselves.
Stand in the dark.
Vi is having an extreme panic attack as soon as the door shuts. She's shaking. She's crying. She's not okay, guys.
Have a good time. Here, take some of this.
She's claustrophobic, so I'm gonna put my arm around her.
Yeah, she's
Okay, never mind.
shaking and she's crying and she's just like wallowing into Woody's chest at this point. Like she does not want to do this, but she knows it's the only way that they can.
Could I make a check to try to calm Violet down?
Yeah, you could use persuasion
Okay.
or psychoanalysis if you had that.
Nope.
I didn't think so.
It's a tough call.
You don't make it worse.
It'll-
I'll give you that. You don't make it worse, but
Yeah,
she's not any better.
I don't think it'll. Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen? Our atoms could be scattered across the multiverse? That's nothing. Okay.
That's fine. Only reminiscence of a dark time in her childhood. It's fine.
It's a little bit traumatic, huh?
Oh, just a wee bit.
I don't know
With
what they
that-
use in the. I don't know what they use in the 30s for anxiety, so I am of no use.
I think it's
Cocaine.
probably called like morphine or cocaine or, you know.
Probably opium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, opium.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is lithium?
Can I give her some of that?
If you want to make a medicine.
Would you like something?
Will
I
it
got
help?
Some stuff. Would you like something?
Will it help?
It should. Can't make it worse.
Okay.
So I'm not yet fully understanding the consequences of this medication.
Oh yeah, and she seems willing. She seems willing to try at this point. She does not look
prescribe you
good.
more cigarettes.
Yeah, smoke 3 a day, please.
What are the chances that I actually?
Red meat and cigarettes.
What are the chances that I'm in the process of tying her arm off and stuff, and then the door just opens and we're there?
Well, yeah. I mean, you guys just have to open the door whenever.
Does somebody tell
Oh,
Li
this is the
that
door-
because she wouldn't
with-
know?
Oh,
Within a few seconds.
Oh my
you
god.
You do get this
yeah.
strange.
Yeah, we were kind of.
You do get this bizarre kind of feeling, like a wooziness, that you're not really sure where it came from.
I
Just
can't see too
like-
well anyway. What do you
Yeah.
open that door real quick?
And you find yourselves in the dark. You go to open the door, and there appears to be some sort of resistance.
What the?
Like as if, and then it does move a little bit, but you hear the sound of something heavy kind of scraping against the door, like something's been like stacked on it, up against it.
Oh, I see.
Like it's kind of, but not enough to warrant a strength roll. It's
Okay.
just annoyingly, and there you find yourselves. You do need to. I will ask you all to make listen rolls. By the way, you all lose a sanity point and a magic point. Although I'm not really worried about the magic point because you guys aren't going to be. But that kind of this wooziness, like it's sort of like you just feel this strange like wooziness in your head for like just a split second. But go ahead and take
Please.
take any other sanity point off there.
Take my sanity.
And-
I just got this back. How dare you?
I know. And then you, those who make their listen rolls, Woody, here's the faint sound of jazz, maybe playing bass from a phonograph, and you hear the sound of people like footsteps above you, and the clinking of silverware.
Oh no, guys! Someone bought
Where-
this house. Oh no!
Yeah, wherever that lady sent, looks like there's already occupants in here.
So with that in mind, yeah, we're gonna go back to our friend Tommy. Tommy is where are you, Tommy? Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So we'll go back to the Casanova residence, and you see Miss Casanova. As soon as they go through, you see her like rubbing the marks, smudging the marks, the sigils on the corners. She's like, it's just a precaution. You never know what will come back through. But I'll have it ready for you when you come back. And with that, she now for you, I'll have Darling. It's a little trickier with Darling here. So she gives you. I think you should have it in your. Do you have it in your handouts or your journal? You should have a.
The talisman?
Yes, a talisman with an eye.
Yes.
Yes, that will be. Where did I put that thing? Anyways, the talisman. It looks like an eye. It's kind of golden. She goes, "I need your. Give me your hand." You give her.
You'll give it. Yep.
Yep. She goes, all right. And with that, she, before you can even react, she has a small, like a thumb ring, but that has a little, like, silver, but it's like a little sharp point on it, and pokes you in the palm in the hand. The blood comes out pretty easily, obvious, and then she uses that. She takes the blood and she grabs your hand and puts it on the talisman. The talisman glows red for a split second. Now, Darling will be able to find you. Now, once you just have to hold on to it and call for her, and she will come get you. And she will bring you back to me. And then I will send you through the gate to London. So, but she'll only do it one time, so just be aware of that, I guess.
Yeah, that's not ominous. That's not, menacing or ominous. I just combine those two words together.
And so Darling she's like, well, whenever you're ready. Darling easily picks up your suitcase as if it doesn't weigh anything, and then puts her other hand around you from behind. And goes, all right, Darling, take him away. And with that, you instantaneously find yourself hit with a wave of hot, very warm wind kind of hits you. And you find yourself standing in a sort of a dry area, dry scrubland. In the distance, you see a small light, a post with a lamp on it, and it appears to be some sort of wooden platform. It seems far away. You can kind of see the bugs kind of dancing around it. It's very, very. Well, you don't know what time it is actually, so but it's definitely still nighttime. Although you can kind of see them. It is when you're looking at the east, you do see that it is lightening up a little bit. So maybe just before dawn.
Okay.
And with that, before you can even say anything to Darling, she is gone.
Looking around, pick up my luggage and begin walking towards that lamppost.
All right. And as you walk, you hear a little, some yips in the distance of maybe coyotes, or, well, I guess they don't have coyotes. The dingoes, more likely. But, but it's pretty quiet. There doesn't appear to be any kind of other structures around for miles. You eventually make your way up to it after several minutes, and you see that there is a schedule. There is apparently a train that goes to Sydney. It says there is a 6 a.m. 6 a.m. train that will be coming by. if it's on time, I guess. But there is you do find a small clock mounted next to it, and it looks like it says 5:05. So
Okay.
time differences are a little weird. All right. Okay. With that, we go back into the cellar. You were able to push the cellar open to see a. Where are you? Okay. To see that you are definitely in some sort of cellar. There is a furnace. There's junk all over the place. After careful, there's a dead child hanging from. No, this is, I don't think it's a doll or something. No, obviously a lot of junks or some bicycles and things that's actually what's plunged up against the door. You have once after looking, you do hear, you do see there are some stairs that lead up. You also after a few minutes you realize you hear the sound of you smell of food, apparently dinner time. The voices are indistinct, but you can definitely tell they are male and female, and probably children running around. After looking around, you do see there is a coal chute with a door. But you have, yeah. So there's your two choices of means of escape, I guess. What do you wish to do?
The Vi launches out of that out of that door as soon as it opens. Just bam! She's in the other room, just breathing heavily and just like with her hands on her knees, like bent over, just trying to like calm herself down.
Yeah. Excellent. You, since you kind of jump out there, I'm going to have you make a luck roll.
Okay. Click. Hey, pass.
Ooh, luckily you didn't knock anything over. Trip over any jump.
That would have been very fair had that happened though, because she's in a panic.
Yes. However, you guys do feel, even though you have the warmth from the furnace, so it's not too, but it does feel kind of cold. There's no windows or anything to see outside, so you have to do. What would you like to do?
Point of order. Could I say that, knowing that I've got a plan to get us out of London once we need to, if we had brought over our passports, so that there's like storage.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. You have them all. You have passports. You just got to get them.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, your contact can get them stamped and all that stuff, so that.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Miss Casanova said that this was her place and that.
Well, it was at some point.
It was, but it sounded like, from what she said, that it shouldn't be inhabited. Perhaps we should lay low for now.
Mm-hmm. You can choose to lay low. You could, and then sneak out through the house, going up the stairs, or you can try crawling through the coal chute.
Can I look into the coal chute and so I can see what time was it when we got into the thing? It
was 5 o'clock at night. When in Eastern.
5 in the afternoon.
So 5 in the afternoon. Now it's closer to like 9.
Yeah,
it's like a late supper sort of right now.
So there's no
you could just wait till these.
There's no little windows because a lot of cellars traditionally have like the smaller windows.
Well, I mean, okay, there are some, but they are kind of with all the shelving and the junk and whatnot. You might have you can try to kind of crawl up there and look if you want.
Nah, I'm good. If I can just kind of see out of one.
If you're careful
I would
enough,
say we just enough to see light.
Yeah,
I would
if
say
you
we
can
just
see
wait
on your
until
tip,
it's dark.
yeah, you can see your tippy toe. You can get on your tippy toes and kind of look, and you kind of see that it's definitely dreary. It's a dreary night. It's raining, um, not heavy, but just a rain for sure. Not thunder or anything, nothing violently. But
Yeah, I say we
the
lay
coal
down.
chute itself, like I said, it is actually fortunately for you, it is fairly low. There's just a few pieces of coal in there. But it does lead up to yeah, you see there is like a trap door that, and even by just feeling like the wind, you can feel like a little bit of wind coming through it. So it's obviously like air leaking from the outside. So you could conceivably crawl through there and push it open and be outside it. But that's up to you guys.
Oh, okay. I wasn't familiar with where coal chutes would be, but if that's the case, maybe that would be the best plan. Could I look around like a piece of rope or anything like that?
Uh, yeah. Um, there isn't rope per se. There are things that you could use for rope. There's some electrical cords. There's some not really a little rope, but there's like long. There's Christmas tree. There's Christmas lights. There's looks like maybe a moldy old tent. Um,
Uh,
Stakes and string. There's string there, like for the tent. It's not stout like a rope, but
okay. Uh, I guess a more related question would be just how steep is this coal chute?
oh, it's not steep at all. I mean, you
Oh,
could easily. It's small enough. I mean, also it's very narrow, so like typically one person at a time can go up into the coal chute, and you could definitely like brace yourself.
okay.
Yeah, I'd say give it a few hours until we stop hearing people move around upstairs, and then
Yeah,
we'll climb out.
sounds good.
Out through the coal chute or out through the front door?
I say the coal chute because I feel like we don't know anything about this house. We probably have a better chance of just crawling out there rather than having to go
Uh,
through where people are actually living, right?
well, Woody kind of uh, looks uneasy and looks at Vi, knowing that like she just barely got through that last claustrophobic ordeal.
Mm-hmm.
Vi is just giving both of you just the look of no fucking way. Just no. Everything about her
Uh,
expression is no.
yeah, so Woody's gonna nod and say, "We should probably wait for things to quiet down, and then um, I think if we don't want to draw too much attention or
Sounds
too
good.
much stress on Vi, we should probably just head through the house."
Fair enough.
Sounds like a plan. And now we go back to wait. Uh-oh, where'd the little ribbon go? Oh,
I
sorry.
Well, Woody,
I put it in the wrong. Like it got away from me. All right, while you're waiting for that, we'll go back to the train. You're on the train station. Tommy is now back on the train. He's easy to and finds himself in Sydney proper. Okay, I need just take a little 5-minute break so I can check on something, and then I will be right back. Okay.
okay.
5 minute break. Can do. Go.
Back. Okay. All right. So, Tom Masters. Sure enough, the train comes. He's on the first train. By the time he gets there, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Where would you like to go?
That depends. How tired am I? Was it a seamless travel, or am I like beat?
Well, I mean, for you, it's it's basically 12 hours. So it's like even 12 to you. It feels like 9 o'clock at night.
Hmm.
So, depending on what you want to do, you could try checking into a hotel and sleep, but or you could just power on through and then sleep normal, so you're adjusted. Jet lag hasn't been invented yet because no one could go that fast.
I'll try and pull through. Maybe go around asking for, if anyone's up and around. Asking for. I just had my notes out. Why did I put them down? Asking for Mr. Okay, I have two names. Was it Robert McKenzie or Arthur McWeir? Oh, Robert McKenzie. I have a letter for Robert McKenzie.
Yeah.
McKenzie.
Yeah. There's Mackenzie. There's the address you have you have the Close's residence is also there in Sydney. Yeah, Robert McKenzie. Yeah. You can try to look him up.
Yeah, I'll try looking him up, and then take a trip to. Was that a duck? That broke me. Okay. I will try looking him up, and then I'll go to. I just had his name down. Professor Cowles resident. Cowles resident.
Owls, yeah, however you say it.
So look up Robert McKenzie and then go to the residence.
You yeah, go ahead and you look up the directory and there does not appear to be at least not the one that you're looking for in living in Sydney.
So I don't find anything, or do I roll library use?
You can make it library use.
I will certainly try. I'm on combat. I do not want to use my revolver in the library.
Boom! You tell me where this information is.
It's Australia. Australia used to be a prison island. I'm sure they're used to it.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Library use. Where you at? Here you go. You're not good at all, but I'll certainly try. Oh!
Wow! Give yourself a click on that button. Holy smokes.
Oh, you better believe I did.
So, you do find, yes, you do find him mentioned in a scientific journal. It's not scientific, it's an engineering journal. He is, Robert B.F. McKenzie, a mining engineer. And it's an article about some of the things, some of the innovations that he helped create to create more efficient mining in the outback. Your information leads you to believe that he is resides in Port Hedland, which on this awesome map. See, this map is...
It is a very, very awesome map.
It's an awesome map, but it's also not really... It's cool looking, but it's hard to read, so I'm actually going to put I found this other map that's a little more... There we go. That's a little more easy to read. Yeah, you're down here in Sydney? In Port Hedland?
Okay.
Is... way over there on the other side.
Okay. Once this map fully apparates, there it is. There's Sydney,
No.
and
Yeah.
so he resides all the way over
Yeah,
here.
because most of the mining is done here in the Great Sandy Desert, aka the Outback.
Okay.
Um,
Well, with that knowledge, I'll take that knowledge and I'll begin to go to Cal's residence
okay.
to see what's happening.
All right. Which you also easily find, and despite Sydney thinking, in some ways, it's actually kind of surprising how modern the city is. Um, there's extensive building work across the city at this time. There are trolleys that you can take in addition to some automobiles, but even that it's relatively modern, and there are still like horse-drawn carriages for the heavier items, things like water and milk, and all that, milk trucks and all that, the milkman. However, you eventually find he is in a suburb of Sydney called Camperdown, and it is within walking distance of the University of Australia's campus, or Sydney's campus. There you see a modest home, and I will go ahead and bring that to you. Boom. I'm not going to really cover it up. That's fine. And you find it's a fairly modest home. It's a one-story house with a front porch. Yeah, and you can tell it's it's almost like a cabin, but it gets the job done. So it still looks well made. It's not ramshackle by any means.
Yeah, it's nice looking place.
Yeah. And what would you like to do?
Would like to walk up and give a little knock on the door.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And within a few minutes, a man with a man who appears to be in his mid-40s, but still fairly handsome, and a little graying on the temples. And he approaches. He's wearing because it's kind of, well, by the time you get there, it's almost noon, so he's probably up awake. Yeah, he's wearing a suit, a casual suit, but nothing too fancy. And yes, may I help you, sir?
I was told that I could visit here from Professor Cowles.
Oh, really? Hmm. You know old Clowes, do you? What is his?
I do.
Hmm. Oh yeah, you do have the letter. So
Yeah.
first
yeah.
he's a little bit. He is somewhat skeptical, but then you show him the letter. Oh, how's the old chap doing?
He's doing good. He has helped me on some business, and I'm continuing my business currently.
Well, come on in. Oh, is he here? I heard he wasn't coming back till October.
No, just me. I'm Thomas Masters. Acquaintance.
Acquaintance, huh? Are you a fellow academician?
Call myself that. I'm a detective. He's helped me on a case.
Huh? So you came all the way from America to come here?
That would be correct.
Interesting.
Not quite the case I'm working on.
Well, very well. Well, yes, well, come on in. And he, of course, he offers you a nice lunch and everything. And then what do you want to exactly, I don't know how, I guess. Go ahead and think about, like, what you exactly want to tell him as he takes you over into the parlor. And he brings forth some, Vegemite on toast, or I don't know, whatever they have. Meanwhile, back in London, baby, you have finally fallen asleep. They have finally fallen asleep, and you are able to. Who wants to go into? You guys doing the coal shoot, right?
No, I don't think
Hell
so.
no,
Sounds
they
like
can
they-
open up the
sounds
door
like
from
they
the
want to
outside.
maybe, yeah.
Oh, so you want to go through the? You're gonna just go up the stairs then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So
I'm not good at stealth, guys.
Well,
I'll lead.
got it. Old Anthony Close. That's his name. Sorry. Yeah. So, go ahead. We'll go ahead and put you back over to the creepy basement. Ba-ba-da. Anyways, yeah. Go ahead and yeah. I will actually be requiring stealth.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll.
For all of you.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Can I? Can I either to try to lessen the requirement, or can I make an argument for spot hidden to try not to step on anything that would cause any noise?
Well, well, the thing is, you failed your stealth, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they heard you.
Right.
Right. You go to step and you step on, and it's like a very modest kitchen with some wooden planks, wooden floors, and you hit one, and it goes, and then Dean goes again.
And it's raining outside anyway. Hopefully that helps.
Yeah. Violet can try to roll if she wants, but it's at this point, yeah. I'm gonna roll to see if you what. Never mind.
Oh god!
I got 3 chances to hear it. Okay. You are able to. Good lord. You are able to get to the kitchen, the outdoor. There's a back door, and despite some of the creaks and it's an old house and they're kind of used to that noise, it apparently has not stirred the sleeping occupants above. So you are able to open the door. You have to unlatch it, shut it, and quietly go about your business.
All right.
And you do see you are found yourself in a very quaint village. Small, modest cottages on either sides of a large street. Near the back part of the street, or north of it, you do see a train station. There's also a telegraph office as well. Other than that appears to be the only thing open.
Let's check out the train station. Hopefully they've got a late train heading to London.
You go and you do find yourselves at a late train headed to London. When all said and done, there's a train coming, the midnight train, and it will take you only an hour to get there. So by the time you get there, it's 1 a.m, but you can definitely make it to the Ritz, should you choose to, unless you want to.
I mean, that sounds like a place to start.
Okay. Let me get the London map out for you guys. bum, bum. London. All right.
London.
I see
There
London.
is
I
a
see
very
France.
Huh.
pack your bags, General. We're going to London, England. There you are, within a mere quarter, maybe half a mile, a quarter mile from Buckingham Palace. Oh, and then yeah, you are there. You're able to get there. You're able to get your reservations were made, and you were able to settle down for the night. And your bags and everything are put away.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we'll probably get started scouting and looking for information in the morning.
Yeah, definitely taking the night to adjust to times and everything.
The GM is gone. Let's win the campaign.
There's no rules.
Sorry, I muted myself. It's like,
Tis time to call the
yes,
Cthulhu while he's
that
not
is
here.
yeah. And I should have London map. I will also give you a. Yep, you should have a map in your handouts as well in your journals. So
Hey guys, look. If you don't zoom in at all, it's like I'm right there with you. It's the Thomas River.
There you
Just
go.
don't zoom in. Just don't zoom in and actually read what it says. It's the Thomas
There
River.
you go.
Right.
Yeah. Where were you thinking of? What are your plans, guys? We'll fast
Getting
forward.
to the hotel.
All right, you're in the
Fast
hotel.
forwarding.
You're sleeping. Very nice. Very good accommodations. They even bring you some tea in the morning. Wonderful. Where would you guys like to go?
Okay. Could I figure out where my contact could possibly be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that would be the best first point of order, trying to get our papers right in case
Yes.
we're stopped or anything.
Agreed.
You're in the city proper, but you know that he has you guys, you know, there's a front in the Limehouse district, a laundry.
Limehouse. This.
If you ask for Mr. If you ask for, you know, there's a oh god, to ask for Mr. Your friend, your contact. Whose name just totally escapes me. Sorry.
Sid Riley.
Yeah, You ask for Mr. Riley, and then he usually will. You talk to the guy at the laundromat, and then he calls him Mr. Riley and says you meet him. So.
Okay.
But that will take. Do you all want to go together? That's going to take you a few hours. What would the other? Do you all want to go, or do you?
Unless there's a reason we couldn't, I wouldn't see a reason to split up right now.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'm in that boat too.
you do go to the Limehouse district. Go to the Limehouse district. You do see you do see there's a paper boy, a newsie. It's like 19th victim, 19th the victim of the Egyptian murders. Number 19 has been discovered. Still no leads in the case. London is in panic. Extra.
Yeah, what would be the price of a newspaper in 1920s London? Like,
A shilling or whatever. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, I give him a shilling and I get a copy of the newspaper.
There you go, sir. And he gives it to you and walks off. It is a copy of the Scoop.
School.
The Scoop. And there is an article called Slaughter Continues, Reward Offered.
Oh boy.
An unidentified foreigner was found floating the Thames last Tuesday, the 24th. Another victim in the so-called Egyptian murders. Inspector James Barrington of the Yard refused to comment when asked by the Scoop. Sources exclusive to this journal state that the victim has been beaten severely and stabbed through the heart in a manner curiously similar to other murders that have taken place over the last 3 years. The connection seems obvious, but New Scotland Yard has yet to confirm that the deaths are connected. Inspector Barrington and his colleagues appear baffled and no closer to catching the heinous perpetrator of these crimes. Londoners cry out, "When will our streets be safe?" Readers of the Scoop are reminded that this esteemed journal has a reward, now standing at £24, for information leading to the apprehension and conviction of the murderer. Be vigilant! By the way, it's I think it's $5 is a pound, so
Okay, so that'd be like
$125, something like that. Anyways.
Okay.
But you do eventually meet the lawn. Oh yeah, I forgot to put that in your. I'll put that in your thing here. There's also talk about how this particular a lot of the murders seem to be around Soho, which is if on the map here, I believe it is. Hold on, let me do this first. Let me put this in. Oh yeah, all player. Okay. Oh, I already put it in your journal, didn't I? Oh well. Okay. Yeah. In this area, right there.
Okay. So
that's the Soho district. That's kind of like this is Savile Row, which is like the fancy part of town, and then it goes into like kind of the skeezy area. Yeah.
okay, so that is kind of good.
Yeah. I mean, it's the a bohemian part of town, you know. So there's a lot of revelry and stuff. Meanwhile, you do make it to the laundry and Mr. Boo's laundry, and he is told to meet you at the Vauxhall Bridge, which is where is that? Number 47. Oh, way down here. Vauxhall Bridge, south of London. There, he said meet you at 12 o'clock. So,
I didn't see the ping if you pinged.
Oh, it's number 47 down here at the bottom of the map.
Oh, Vauxhall. Okay.
Vauxhall. Woo! Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. And I'll meet him in how many hours?
2.
2 hours.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right. And then you guys, if you guys want to do anything between that time, you may, but you know, it's up to you. Meanwhile, let's go back to Australia. What has Pie the Tasty Guy, Deep, Mr. Pie, P.I.,
Yes.
what has put him on the right thing. What is what have you decided to tell him? Are you trying to like maybe I mean, like, what's your plan here? How willing forward with the information are you going to have?
So I'm openly telling you that I'm associates with the professor, and he's helping me on a case um, uh, that has something to do with the Aboriginals, um, or is related to the Aboriginals here in Australia.
Hmm.
And I would tell him that it is um, has some odd connections to murders back in America,
Well,
um, back in the U.S. of A. Also, what is his name? I'd ask him his name, of
oh,
course.
it's Professor David Dodge. He's a
David Dodge.
professor of archaeology.
Wonderful. So I would, I'd tell him all of that information,
Mm-hmm.
and then if he has anything to say about it, I do have further questions.
Mm. Well, and he sees. Do you show him the sandbat? I'm assuming, right?
I would show the
Wow.
sandbat,
Mm.
and if I did say I brought it with me, I would also show him the mask and ask him what he, if there's any connections to anything similar here in Australia.
Yeah, let me look at this thing. Ah. Well, it looks like Oh well, this is African. Well, the Aborigines are more into painting, sculpturing, writing on them, marking their bodies, as opposed to ritualistic masks such as this. This is interesting. There's like four. Looks like there's four faces here. An old man. This is very interesting, but I'm afraid this is a little bit out of my level of expertise.
Well, thank you anyways. How about this? And I slide over the picture of the bat.
His eyes widen. Oh! The sandbat. Yes. Sandbats feared by... It is I shall say, a sort of a boogeyman figure among the Aboriginals. Even though its worship had all but died out among them, there's rumors that there may be those who still adhere to its horrendous ways. Yes. They were, I should say, they tend to use a club to beat to death their targets, those who they perceive to be enemies. But that hasn't, as far as I know, I've never seen any evidence of them being active at any time. Although, the Outback is a big place.
So no sightings, no deaths happening here?
I mean, no, nothing like that. Not around here, at least. You, see, I'm afraid, that's pretty much all I know about it.
Any idea why they may be in the States? This is where I found it. This is where my investigations have brought me.
Interesting. Really? Oh. Well, I suppose, there was a colleague of Mr. Clowers's, McWhirr. I don't know if you know him. He recently passed away. His journal is here somewhere. Let me go look in that over here. And he starts kind of, looking around the bookshelf and everything. It's like, oh, here we go. Oh, yes. He did extensive travel in the Outback. I too, in my younger days, a few years. It's been a few years, but McWhirr, I've been in some sort of, what was his name? An engineer of some kind named Mackenzie. I don't know, but the old man, Mr. McWhirr, Professor McWhirr, he came back from a trip in the Outback a few years ago. About, I guess it was 1921. And he was very excited, but very secretive. I don't really think anything of it, but maybe there could be something about sandbats in there, I suppose. Would you like to take a look at it?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind.
All right. All right.
Begin reading the journal.
You get to read a journal. All right. Let's give it to everybody. All right. You read the journal and it says, you want me to read it?
You're more than welcome to.
Okay. So, yeah. March 7th. Oh, There's several passages, but these are the ones that stick out the most. The last few. March 7th, Jack Kuburaku says that the Aboriginals are following us. Most unusual if true. They have every reason to fear guns and our bushranger predilection for using them. In the past, I've always known them to head the other way as soon as they see a white man. And March 24th, we are about equally distant from Johannes Spring and Separation Well, east of an awful line of dry lakes. The heat is terrible. Our hopes are low. There is nothing here, certainly not quartz reefs. Today we sighted several enormous birds flying lazily above us. How did they get here? Where are they going? March 22nd. At noon today, we found Jack partly buried in a gully. His body was scoured and covered with hundreds of small punctures, as though someone had sandblasted him. We burnt him, of course. I shall miss this council. March 23rd. 23 degrees, 3 minutes and 14 seconds south by 125 degrees, 0 minutes 39 seconds east. The great sandy desert. I've discovered what appears to be the remnant of an ancient city rising from the shifting sands. I believe I have secured several good photographs of this amazing find, though the heat has ruined all but 6 of my photographic plates. By the pitting of the stone, the blocks and pillars appear to be more than 10,000 years old. Incredible. March 24th. 4 camels killed in the attack last night. I saw at least 2 men, and more must have been skulking out there. I'm sure I hit one. That ends this trip. We'll have to head back to Kungajuri and report this incident more than men were out there last night. I saw shapes much bigger than men during the attack. My evidence is the body of old Sam the camel. Punctured and scraped is the best way I can describe the remains, just like poor Jack. Since the attack lasted only a couple of minutes, it's hard for me to believe that anything human could have done so damage so much quickly. But then what was it? I have told Robert Mackenzie about the city. Together we aim to return and undertake a full survey. When he saw the photograph plates, he was flabbergasted. Now as keen as mustard to work with me to realize the discovery. Oh. Professor Dodge is also poring over this.
After reading this, I'd be like, what do you know about this, Robert Mackenzie?
Mining engineer. Lives out in Port Headland, which is exactly where we should be heading. Come on! This is a most amazing thing. Look. I know Mackenzie. I know him through McWhirr. I'm sure if he knows about this, then he'll be more than willing to help us find it. With that, he goes and he gets his, puts on like a rugged, like leathery fedora hat, and starts packing up his bags. Let's go to the outback.
As he's packing up, I'm looking at him and I'm like,
normally I don't bring others on this. This is an interesting situation, though. Do you have a weapon, Mr. Dodge?
Oh, do I? Yeah. And he puts out his, what does he have? He has a revolver. Oh, he also grabs something and goes, oh, and as he's also like, oh, wait. And he goes on, and you see there's like these sort of like, artifacts of different like anthropological, like aboriginal artifacts. and he goes to and you see this boomerang hanging on the wall, and he goes, "Oh, I gotta take this too," and he pulls it and he like sticks it in his belt.
Well, that's good. Keep them close to you at all times. You may have to use them.
All right, sit tight. Oh man, this could be the greatest discovery ever. Look, we'll he goes, I'll have to oh, my thing is freaking out. I'll have to I can we're gonna have to take a boat. It'll take us about 5 days, but don't worry, I'll make all the arrangements, and I'll send word ahead to Mr. McWhir. He
I
can
also have
make
a
he can make
recommendation.
he can make he can arrange for us. I
Good.
bet.
If this
It's gonna
helps,
be a long journey. Boats, then by truck. But he's just so excited. He just starts grabbing us. You know.
yeah, I'm like, Mr. Dodge, calm down for 1 second. If it helps, I have this, and I'll show him my recommendation to Mackenzie from Cowles.
Yeah. Excellent. This will definitely get us in the door. All right. And he goes, just wait here. I'm gonna go buy some steamer tickets. And so he starts making arrangements. Meanwhile, back in London, you are finally at the Vauxhall Bridge, and there, you see your good friend Sydney. Oh, did I not? Oh my gosh. Did I not move the thing? I forgot to. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, here's his house. He's very excited. There he is. Hey, I'm leaving now. Okay, now we're gonna go back over. Sorry about that.
It was all theater of the mind. We were all following.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Okay, you know. So
We were all there with
so
you, it's
yes, your
fine.
friends. All right, your buddy Sydney is Sid Riley. He's waiting at the bridge. He's got a trench coat on. He's smoking a nice. He's got a little pipe. His beard neatly trimmed. He sees you approaching. Woody. Well, Woody. What about the rest of you guys? You guys are gonna go with him or hang back or what?
Gonna go with him to the bridge, but like just hang back a little bit.
Agreed. This is Woody's contact. We probably be within hearing distance, but not in invasion of privacy distance.
Sure. He reaches out, shakes your hand. Hello, old friend. And then at first his smile kind of goes away for just a brief second. Says, oh. And he's looking at you see his eyes are kind of looking at your mask, and it's like, looks like you've gotten a spot of trouble there, old chap.
Quite a bit, yeah. Long story, really.
What brings you to jolly old London, my friend?
We're following up on a lead. I don't think it's anything too big. Just looking for some subject matter experts.
Such as?
Like a watchmaker, in particular. Perhaps specializes in making clocks or chronometers. Something like that.
Oh well. The best chronometer makers are the Berger brothers in London. Down into they're down over there in Savile Row. Swiss watchmakers.
And
If anybody made a chronometer, if anybody was wanting the best chronometers, those were the ones. Those are the ones we use sometimes.
could you restate the name of those brothers?
Rougeau is the brothers have been long. The company's been around since the 1700s, but they're the founders. Rougeau.
Okay.
Swiss watchmaker.
Swiss watchmakers. Very, very interesting. I appreciate that piece of information. my colleagues and I are in need of stamps.
Mm.
We have passports, but we didn't get stamped on the way in.
Well, can't say it's the first time I've had to deal with this. Hmm. Well, you must be in quite a packet not to go through usual diplomatic customs channels.
Well, I mean, you could say that, but you would not believe me if I told you the truth.
Oh boy. Anyways, what other information? Yeah, I can. Why you certainly didn't come all this way to learn about watches?
Well, there's strange things that have been happening in the United States as of late. But I'm gonna take a look around. Do I
Okay.
see that like we're pretty much completely alone on this bridge aside from my buddies?
I mean, there's some foot traffic, people going across, but it's mostly cars and the occasional wagon.
Okay,
The occasional double-decker bus is mostly vehicle traffic.
okay. But other than that, we seem
Mhm.
pretty unimposed.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell him, if you look up the murders in New York, we were caught up in the middle of those. Not the murderers, per se. Just
Wait, we
we
didn't
were
do them.
we didn't kill them. We defended ourselves and killed the murderers. I feel like I need to clarify that, Sid, but um, it was some strange ritualistic stuff that happened, and we're trying to get to the bottom of it.
Mm. Oh, so you are. Well, I don't know about my in the secret special intelligence service. I'm actually we tend to focus on the external threats rather than the internal ones. My suggestion would be to go to Scotland Yard. I've heard about these things in the paper, but the Prime Minister has not, at least not yet, has determined it to be a threat to national security. Despite the
You
fact that these are Egyptian nationals.
I see. Do you believe it may be related to ritual killings? Is that what your gut tells you?
It could be, but must understand. Soho can be kind of rough. Could easily be some sort of fracas with criminal organizations.
Yeah,
But
that's
I suppose I could keep an ear out.
right. We're keeping up at the Ritz if you want to send us a telegram or any other missive. But if you believe that there could be a chance that Soho's got strange things going on, it could be similar to what happened in the Bronx back in New York. We'll keep an ear out.
Okay. I do.
How would you if
I'll need your passports. I'll bring them back. Let's say in 2 days.
Of course. And then I'll hand them our passports. If we find anything out in Soho, do you want me to reach you?
Yes, 2 days from today. Let's see. Let's go meet. See, today's Fridays. So how about this Sunday morning? Let's go to Westminster Abbey for church service. It'll be a lot of fun.
Okay, 2 days, Westminster Abbey.
Cheerios, old friend.
Thanks.
So
And have a
go ahead. I'm sorry. What was that?
I was just saying thanks and have a good day. It looked like he was bidding me adieu.
Yes, he was.
Okay. So I'll step back to Vi and Dean and let them know that he'll have our passports back to us in 2 days, and that he has suspicions that the ritual killings around this area could be potentially related to the ritual killings that we saw in the Bronx.
Well, in that note, what is your next course of action?
We overheard him say something about where we could investigate the chronometers.
Right. So far, we've got Civil Row for the Bergeau brothers for the chronometer.
Yep.
If we wanted to follow up leads on the foreigner killings, we could go to Scotland Yard. And if we wanted to interview the paper that published the article, we can go up to Space 13, which is the Scoop.
I'd say we go check out the chronometer first, since that was the bigger reasons we came here.
That makes sense.
Sounds good to me.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I think anywhere else that we go, there's a possibility, because we're foreigners, we could get asked for our passports. I don't think that they would ask for that at the shop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
All right. So, let's go back to Australia while you're on your way over there. And, so he has made the arrangements. You will leave in about a day or about a day. So you do have 1 day. Oh, not that one. If you have.
Oh God! What is this?
Nothing. All right.
Guys, I think I'm gonna die.
No. Yeah, you're like you've been.
Good thing you have your GTFO button. You can hit it any time.
Yes. So, yeah. So you do have a day if you wish to like do any other research or anything around Sydney. Otherwise, we will.
Yeah.
You can just get on the boat the next day.
Could I? So does he leave the house when he goes to make all these connections? He just leaves me alone in the house?
Yeah, he's gonna go buy the tickets and everything and book passage on a ship, steamer to.
When he leaves, can I like? And I know he's gone. Can I investigate his house just to make sure that he's not like, he's not hiding
shit.
anything or anything?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and he also said he's more than happy to let you stay there. So.
Cool. Well, what would you like me to roll?
Go ahead and roll spot hidden.
Okay. Listen, I think we all have a healthy dose of healthy paranoia.
Oh no. You found the sacrificial chamber. No, I was kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, you where are you, damn it? Yeah. His residence is fairly other than full of just different books related to folklore and mythology of Australia and all that kind of stuff. You see some books, about the wildlife of the outback. You also find. Let's say you found where the McWhirr diary. Other than that, you do also, as you do read more of the book, you do feel like you do see some in the margins that sandbat symbol written, and that basically he feels like it was this sandbat cult may have actually been the culprits. Other than that, there is nothing of ill will. Everything's pretty much on the up and up.
Well then,
thank you.
Can I after looking around the place, can I actually spend my own time reading his, like Australian myth books and all of that to study up?
Sure. I will let you do that. You can make a power
Probably something
roll.
I'm not good at.
You make
A
a power
power.
roll. Yeah, see what you learn.
Okay.
See if you have the discipline to study it really hard.
Yeah,
Or
let's find out.
Or did you get bored and fall asleep?
Yeah, right. Let's find out. Success.
Woohoo! All right. So let's see here. Let me look at your skills real quick. Just kidding. Boom. All right.
Listen, I was built for combat, and now I'm actually trying to use my character's brain, and it's surprisingly working. If I have to go any further, it probably won't work, but it's working so far.
Yeah. You have I'm gonna give you get no, I don't. Oh, I have to hit edit mode. It's like, no, I don't want to roll the skill. I'm trying to figure out. Okay. You have a new skill. Yeah, I'm gonna give you. What was your level of success? Regular. All right, so I will give you Outback Lore 5%.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but the nice. Oh no, it's back. There it is. The nice thing about that is you always take the books with you as well and reference them as so like even if you don't know it, that's what you remember off the top of your head.
Mm-hmm.
At least.
I would definitely like to do that. Before we go on the boat, I'd be like, do you mind if I bring this with me?
Yeah.
And I'd take the Australian myth book with me.
Excellent. And with that, we're beginning along. It takes about 5 days, chugging along. Nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just like, it's gonna be funny keeping track of their days because like, you come back if you used your teleporter to go back. You're like, it's been 8 days. Where have you been? It's gonna be funny, but that's all right.
Guys, I'm from the future. The cult has killed everyone. They win. They win in the future. Something you've done makes them win.
Well, I'm hoping you know what happened.
You just see Woody put down a burrito. All right, I will go for the chicken sandwich instead.
It's your kids. It's your kids, Woody. With
A
that,
kid.
so here we go traveling on the boat. Meanwhile, let's go back to Bruges and the Berger brothers. Boom. Berger brothers, where you are. You are the very fancy Savile Row, of course, is also known for its, not only its everything catering to the upper class of British society, pinstripe soups, the finest of umbrella makers, derby wearers, the haberdasheries of great importance. Kingsmen, right? That's where the Kingsmen would hang out and buy their suits.
Nice.
Yeah. And with that, you do see the ornate. In fact, here, let me show you. This is kind of small in here. Let me just make it bigger. Bruges, depuis 1775.
Okay.
Bruges. Anyways, yeah. Or you can get a coffee too, apparently. No. So that's because I couldn't figure out. I was like, I'll just put a temporary thing there so I remember where it is.
Two birds, one stone.
So yeah, There you go. Yeah, it is. It says, has the by appointment only, but you may go ahead and knock on the door if you wish.
I'm gonna let Vi and Dean handle this one because my appearance is shit, and it's gonna look really suspicious if I step in there. But I would like to scan the area because we know that these guys made the chronometer, or maybe connected to it. So I would like to look for signs of activity.
All right. You you can take your. There's the alleys are not quite clean actually, but there's a small wrought iron gates there to separate everything. But you were able to kind of peer around, and so far you don't see any strange activity, at least as far as that goes. You may what do Vi and Dr. Adler do?
I don't think we didn't have a picture of it, right? Chronometer. We just took it apart.
No, you don't have. Yeah, you just decided to take it apart and throw its pieces around.
The Hudson.
I know, and now we should throw some in the Thomas.
That's the secret way to defeat the evil: is you throw chronometer pieces in large bodies of water.
Into large bodies. No one would ever find them.
Let's go to Lake Erie.
We do, right? We do know what it looks like. So we do know.
Yeah.
We know what we know what we're looking for.
Yeah.
We know what
you have the picture.
Do
you
you want to pose as buyers, or do you want to say we're investigating, like actively investigating and are trying to find leads of who else might have taken them?
Let's gauge the room.
Okay.
And do some, if game mechanics wise, let's gauge the room and do some psychology rolls when we first walk in, and go from there. But Vi would loop her arm into yours, and state it would probably be best if we definitely look like we were together going in on this, whether we want to be together as investigators or together as maybe a buyer, but it looks less weird to people coming in together, unless you wanted to play the like sibling route and we're trying to purchase this for our dad.
I don't think that'll be very believable. What kind of area are we in? It's a nice, like the entire area is pretty nice?
Yeah, this is all very. I mean, all the stores have established in all these businesses are at least 100 years old, or more. These are definitely old institutions of mercantilism since the
so it's
since
not
before
like,
colonial times.
It's not like we're gonna get mugged and shoved in an alley.
Oh no, not this part. No, you don't think?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We gotta go around the block for that.
There is a small. There is a little doorbell that you can hit if you wish.
Yeah, I'll go ring it, push it.
You're able to look inside a little bit, and you see there is a various ornate clocks on the wall, and there are large display cases with various wristwatches. And finally, in the back of the room, there's a small, like a velvet curtain, and it's puts aside where a small man. He's about 5'3", wearing a very finely dressed. He was looking at his wristwatch, and a look of confusion on his face. And that's why he's looking up, because you're so tall, Dean.
I thought it was Vincent Price for a second.
Goes, excuse me, may I help you? I'm afraid. Do you have an appointment? I did not see it on my calendar.
Unfortunately not.
We just arrived into town, and I had to bring my husband here in order for him to find a particular watch he's been just ever so looking for. Do you have a little bit of time that you can spare us to just even inquire, just for a bit?
You're going to roll your. I'm gonna make you roll your credit rating. First.
Credit. Does that count with the new
Credit
amount that
rating.
I have now?
What is that?
Well, my credit went up because I got all that money from
Well,
Our-
no, that doesn't. Yeah, no, that doesn't really count. This is more like just your personal wealth.
Can I roll persuasion instead?
You both? No, you have to. You could do that if, because your credit rating might be enough to get you, let you make an appointment right now. Because if he feels you're of good standing, even though you are like a, instead of some crazy hillbilly with a baseball bat. But we'll
Pretty
see.
sure Dean has a better credit rating than I do.
I know you can both roll. I'm gonna let you both roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Both of you roll.
Oh, so close.
He looks up and down with some slight disdain at the diminutive woman. Okay, well, but then he's like, but he can tell by Dean's bearing and because of his his exactly. Shake everybody. It is he's like, well, come here, monsieur. I suppose I have some time for you. As he sees that you are definitely a potential buyer that could be. Yes. Well, what are you interested in? Something for your significant other, or perhaps yourself?
Oh, you. And Vi will give a very vague description of the chronometer that kind of makes it sound like it could be a couple other options, but essentially verbally laying out like 3 different options, and the one that they're looking for is one of the options.
Oh. Well, it sounds like you're in need of maybe a wall clock. Of course, we are not. The Swiss, they're not as good as the Germans at making cuckoo clocks, but we are still pretty good, I think. Or almost sounds like what you want. Oops, is well, I don't think you would really want this, would you? He pulls out this box that's very similar to what you have seen. You're not saying you want this sort of thing, a chronometer? We have very rarely make these. These are actually custom made. Very rarely these days do we ever use them. At least, our company started very small, and this was our initial product line. But these days we are competing with Rolex, those young upstarts, with wristwatches. Although I still personally prefer the pocket watch. I only wear this one for display purposes. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Armand.
When he says that he only wears it for display purposes, is he referring to the chronometer that he just pulled
He's
out?
wearing his
wristwatch.
wristwatch.
Oh, his that's not words.
And that's when you do notice that he has a
Wristwatch.
pocket watch and wrist watch. Or yeah, his Timex. He has his other one. You do see that he has a pocket watch.
Okay.
His coat, but this is our one of our other pieces. But if the customer is willing to pay the extra, he can of course order. We still make them.
Do people order these frequently?
Very rarely, no. They typically are used, for navigation, or to determine latitude and longitude on the sea voyage. But that is when we were making watches for, timepieces for the merchants or for the empire. But now it's really a thing of the past. But, I have heard of people ordering them.
Have you sold any recently?
He, goes, well, you see, perhaps we have, though, we pride ourselves on our discretion, as you know. And he kind of looks at Vi. Sometimes a gentleman may have multiple needs for purchases of more than one ring or a watch. But, so, discretion is what we really rely on.
Well, tell me more.
You could make a psychology roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
Oof.
Oh, I will spend the 2
Oh my
luck.
gosh.
I will spend the 2
You'll
luck.
spend
to pass
2.
that.
You spend 2 luck. All right, you spend your 2 luck. Is like he definitely. You do feel like he's just being evasive on purpose. That he may have in fact sold them, but he is definitely not willing to. At least he's verbally has expressed. He's definitely reluctant or unwilling at this point with this line of questioning to determine or to expose the clients that may have ordered some of these.
How big is this building?
It's a pretty much a modest one-size building. It's 1 story. The building's actually multiple stories, but the actual store is just 1 story. There appears to be no well, at least from where you're the main display area. There's no upstairs or anything. Just the only other exit is out the back where the curtain that he came out of was.
While they're talking, can I kind of like almost browse around and see if there are any like alarms or anything like that, or where it looks like he might have an office, everything like that?
Yeah. Yeah, you are. I mean, you do as you kind of wander around. But anyways, take your time. Yes, and then you do kind of see like there's a little bit of opening in the curtain that wasn't quite because you didn't quite close it all the way. You do see there's a desk, and it looks like maybe some kind of file cabinet. In addition to several, you see like maybe there's some shelves with pieces on there as well there, and obviously a very large safe as well, so which you can see. Probably where they put the pieces at night.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. So meanwhile, you find yourself at Port Headland in Australia. You quickly get off the boat. Mr. Dodge, Professor Dodge, suggests visiting sorry, excuse me. Visiting Mackenzie in Port Headland.
I
sound like a
would
plan?
agree with him, and
Alright.
I'd tell him lead the way.
Excellent. So, there you find. Oh, God. Oh, that's the wrong one. All right. Actually, and by the time you get there, it's actually late in the day. But by the time you get to his Port Headland, you do find his house at night. You do see there are oh, wait a minute, where are you? Yeah, you do see there's a pretty modest house, and you see there's these large trucks. They are Daimler branded trucks. They are very cool, and they are they're beaten up, but they still look like they're in good condition. And there you find a Dodge knocks on the door, and out pops a younger man who looks like he's probably maybe only personally 40. He is well dressed, but his face and arms are heavily tanned, as if he has spent most of his years out on the in the sun. He's very happy to see you and Dodge. Oh, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. There, that's not there. I've got everything ready for you. And he's like, come on in. I got an arrangement. I got my old buddy said from the old that we went on the original. From some of them are from the original exploration I did with old McWhirr. His name is yep. And he's like, and he's looking at your. He goes, yeah. Did you bring the book, Mike? The journal.
I will pop out the journal.
All right. Yep. Mr. McWhirr. He was convinced that he found something out there. So, he was another surveyor. He has no doubt. Even if you can just tell, he also believes what he said. I was going to do it, but then my obligations kept me from doing it. And poor McWhirr, after he died last year, I just didn't feel like getting on with it. So, oh yeah, here we go. I know exactly where it is. Yeah. 22. Here we go. Look at this.
I point to the page where it describes the attack, and I ask him if he was with McWhirr, if he was a part of that.
Yeah, I'm afraid it wasn't. I helped him arrange everything, but I had to stay back. I had to do the mining job I had to help with. Anyways, let's see here. Let me look at this map. Oh, yeah, Australia. There you go. Oh, okay, there you go. All right, yeah. Here we are. A little town over here called Kungadiri. And well, I'm looking here, oh boy. Yep. Deep in the great sandy western of Australia. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, it's going to be a rough one. We're going to have to bring lots of trucks. Lots of extra water, gas. But we do have one advantage. Oh, you're talking to, and Dodge goes, you're talking about the canning trail, huh? Oh yeah. No problem. Yeah. You see here from Kungaderi, we're gonna hit the old the major trail. See a lot of there's a cattle trail that goes along here. And we'll in fact let me draw it with my handy pencil thing. Once I click on this here brush,
Mr. McKenzie, what are you clicking on? There's nothing to click on. It's a map. It's a physical map.
So yeah, you go right here, and then you go right through this desert here, and then up here, all right, out, up until you get to the river, the lake. It's a lake called Lake Gregory right there. And yeah. Anyways, so I figured we could follow this trail here, and then just take a left at some point, and it'll be right here. X marks the spot. As you can see, it's about I don't know. Oh, there's kilometers on. It's about 200, 300, 400, about 300 kilometers from anything. So it's going to be quite a few days, maybe 4 or 5. Let's
Do you
see if we
believe something is out there, Mr. Mackenzie? Do you think the Aboriginals would have attacked McWhirr and his expedition?
Eh, it's not like them, but if you're saying the sandbat fellas, you never know. Besides, all that mining is probably, stirred them up a bit. You know how they figure the land's sacred and all that. It wouldn't be surprising if they had a problem with us white fellas.
Have you and any of your crew had any encounters, any issues?
Oh, yeah, occasionally, but typically it's you fire a few rounds in the air and they run away. No, except for the dingoes. Sometimes I get angry. Anyways, I'll go up my group. I'm calling up the boys, and then we can go in the morning. I'll get the fellas out here. And with that, let's go back to the house real quick, and you will meet the boys, not the superheroes.
I don't want to meet the boys. I don't know. I don't want to meet those boys.
All right.
I don't want to meet the superheroes.
All right. So we have. Where are my guys here? That's right. So.
Although if we have Billy Butcher on the crew, I'd be happy.
That's right. Billy Butcher's coming. Yeah, in Mortal Kombat, you can be.
Yep.
What's his face? Yeah, isn't that funny? All right. So after an hour or so, you hear a bunch of noise come through, and you see some guys. The first guy to come through. Hey, who did? And it's an older gentleman. His name's this is my friend. He goes, this is my buddy Roscoe. He's a good leader. He's my driver. He'll drive one of the trucks. This guy knows the outback the back of his hand. And he's good with a rifle. Oh, yeah, who's this fella? Oh, and he introduced this little mixed race Aboriginal kid. Hey, this is the kid. Oh, the school called me Melton, but I don't really like it. It's the white name they gave me. Yep. Oh, and then, of course, I got old Pete. Oh, hey, it's me. It's old Pete. He's like in his 50s. Hey, how's it going? I'm old Pete. Yeah. He's the best mechanic this side of the outback. Yep. I'm teaching everything I know to the kid. So in case, I retire, or go to that great caravan in the sky, you guys will still be taken care of. All right. So, but don't worry about the kid. He's right good he's a bit, step. He's, he can climb like a jackrabbit and jump like a jackrabbit and sneak like a jackrabbit. He's good at sneaking. And he's getting pretty good with his, with that old revolver of his. Yeah, see? And he pulls it out and he kind of waves it around a little bit. Roscoe's like, put that down. Okay, so. Who, other than Thomas Masters, who wants to be in control of Roscoe?
I'll be in charge of Roscoe.
All right.
Roscoe now has a southern accent. Cool.
I'm from Southern Australia. All right.
Australia is just country British, so.
There you go. All right. You should have Roscoe there in your journal. All right. Who wants to be the kid? It's good at jumping, climbing, and stealth.
I'll take the kid.
All right. Yeah, you all kid. All right. The kid. So Elric. aka the kid. I have a sudden urge to carry a baseball bat around. All right, and that leaves old Pete. Or Woody Bratz.
Yep. I can do that.
All right. Cool.
Would you prefer the kid? I'll trade you.
Oh, you
No, I can be old Pete.
Boy,
yeah.
this is gonna be great.
I can't promise to fully fulfill the original vision for this character, but I will play him.
I don't think that's anything close.
It's canon now.
What is that? That's just old. That's just old man. There's not a hint of Australia.
Play with me.
It's just old Pete. Never said that he had to be pure Australian. He's just pure old. It's fine.
Okay, everybody. there's your crew, and goes. Yeah, we're gonna get a Kungaderi in the morning. Mackenzie can't go, but Professor Dodge is going. So you do, as you notice, you'll have there's a truck. Well, obviously, like I said, Roscoe can drive one truck. Let's Thomas. You want to drive a truck?
I'll drive a truck.
All right, pick a truck then.
I'll pick third truck.
All right, go ahead and put your dude on the truck, and then Professor Dodge will be in this truck. And okay, Pete, which one you want to be in? Want to drive with Professor Dodge?
Just find on the map. I'm sorry.
Oh, you ruined it. Oh.
No. I will be in this truck. How do I shrink it?
Is Dodge driving the truck or is he passenger? Because if he's not driving, I'll go in his.
Dodge. Let me see. I think he has a 40 drive, so I don't know who's a better driver.
I think me and him might be the same because I think of the normal crew, I think I'm one of our best drivers.
I think you are the best driver.
That's sad. Anyway,
that's sad. Wow, guys, when the GM says that's sad, we really need to up. We really need to change something, guys.
It's okay. You'll have opportunities to raise it. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. So you want to drive with the professor?
Yeah, I'll drive with him.
He'll basically be the navigating anyway, so he'll kind of be in the lead. So it kind of makes sense that you two would be in the front. And then that leaves the kid. Or who has the better let's see. I think Roscoe and the old man have Roscoe has drive auto 60. Old Pete has drive auto 40, and then the kid has
drive auto 40.
40. So yeah. So either way. So Roscoe. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Roscoe's definitely driving.
Oh yeah, you make sure remember the driver's seat's on the wrong side, so just remember. Oh no, it doesn't matter. We're in Australia, damn it. All right. So you get ready, and of course, like you said, they're gonna go to Kungaderi, a cattle town. That's usually the head of the beginning of the trail, and they will get the last bit of all their supplies and whatnot there. Meanwhile, in London, you have decided what is your plan now? You have what is your plan? I go ahead and make a spot hidden since you're outside there, Woody. Or yeah. London, baby.
Hard success.
Woo! You do see that there is a doorway that it looks like there's like a tailor next door that has a cargo, like a large like cargo door, but that it is kind of sharing the space with the watch company, with the watch place, so that you could you think you could conceivably get access to it through this other store if you needed to.
Got it.
It's much larger. And it seems to have there's some decorative ironwork that actually makes it easy to climb up there. So you could climb up through the top of the tailor's offices, and then
Oh, okay.
if you wanted to. What about the other guys? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Is there like a padlock that they had to open for any of the access here? Or like
In the front, or
from the tailor's end?
not well. If there is, it's not. It's during the day, and they seem obviously they are not like maybe at night, but there's not. It's not open right now. I mean, it's not. There's no locks. It's
Okay. Okay. Sounds
they
good.
kind of leave it open.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Meanwhile, what about the other two?
After looking around a little bit, I'll ask the watchmaker what his price is for the chronometer that's in front of him.
This chronometer is it's very nice. It is this particular chronometer is very old. It's collectible. It's about 100 pounds. And if you want your own, not this, if you want, this is a more of a display piece, but it will take anywhere up to 6 months to depending on how many you get. It has to be, it's made in Switzerland and then sent over. But there's not too much there's, like I said, it's demand is sort of a it's not something that is typically ordered.
With that
Yes.
statement, I think that Vi would kind of like tilt her head to one side and say, "You say it's not traditionally ordered. It's such a beautiful piece. Why aren't people more interested in it?"
We'll see. We'll see at. I mean, typically, like I said, it is mainly for navigation, or perhaps if you were to, I don't know, say you wanted to coordinate several events, several places to coordinate their events at the same time. It is perfect. It is quite accurate. But it's something unusual just to have ordered, but it is what it is.
Is it possible?
Very rarely used these days.
Is it possible that we could make an appointment in a few days that we might continue this? I need time to think on the kind of watch I'm actually looking for and to dwell on that price you've given me.
Let me see. Let me check my appointment book. I do actually have another appointment coming very soon. Yes, I can see you in yes, next Monday, actually.
I will write that down in a little book I got, and I'll thank him for his time.
All right, cool. All right, excellent.
Good day.
Good day to you, sir. kind of just. And then he's like, kind of takes his lingering look at Vi. It's like, just kind of shakes his head.
So judgy.
He's very sophisticated. All right.
Judgment coming from a Frenchman.
Unbelievable.
I'm afraid we do not serve fried chicken here.
Oh, my Kansas ass would not like that.
I'm afraid the monster truck rally is not till next week. Anyways. Yeah. So with that, what is your plan now? It's you've been there for about an hour, so it's like mid-afternoon.
Woody didn't go anywhere, right? Like he was just walking
No,
around.
no.
Yeah, he's just scouting the
Around
area. So he could, depending on what you guys want to do, come back. It's very like I said, it's open by appointment only, so it's not necessary. I doubt that it's open very late.
And today is what?
Today is Friday.
Friday. So when they say next Monday, do they mean in 3 days or in 10?
Yeah, like 3 days. Like the
3
day
days.
after you meet Sid.
The next Monday to come.
Yep.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
At this moment, don't feel like still don't want to. What was this Penhue business card? Why did we have this?
You found it. It was one of the things that Jackson had, right?
No, the Penhue,
The
because there's
Penhue Foundation.
that
business card.
that is the foundation of the person who was on the exploration with the sister of the guy who got kidnapped and killed, and she is convinced that he's alive. So the foundation director was part of her expedition. It was like one of the few people to come back
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
during her expedition.
Get a
No.
token of friendship.
He was one of the original members of the Carlisle expedition. He didn't come back though.
Oh, I thought he did. I thought he was like one of the few that got back.
No. He never came back, but the Penhue Foundation still exists, and
Did you want to try the Penhue Foundation, Vi?
I am skeptical about going anywhere without our passports. I was okay with this, but because rich people from America kind of makes sense. Not sure if the foundations would take too kindly to people coming in and questioning them.
Well, you got Dr. Fancy Pants with you.
I know, but Dr. Fancy Pants also doesn't have his passport.
A stethoscope doesn't count for
I got a stethoscope. It's fine.
Damn it, I'm a doctor, not a traveler.
Well, if you don't want to kind of risk being found out that we're in the country illegally, we can always lay low for 2 days and, I don't know, like go to a library or something.
Yeah, it's that too. There are places. I mean, obviously, this is London, so
Yeah, I think
it's
that
the oldest city is in the world, and at the time, the largest, even larger than New York.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think I'd be inclined to do that. I also think I'd be inclined to look through the city and see if we see any shops that resemble the one that we met the head guy in New York in. Not to like profile things, but
Oh, you mean like a juju house type?
Yeah.
Weird, like yeah.
You and Woody could also evening times and go bar hopping to see what the like underground, the not so nice places people have to say about all the murders and that stuff.
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can.
We could hit up a couple speakeasies and see what the word is in town.
Yeah. Although
And then,
you don't have to. They're technically there's no prohibition here, so they're just
Oh yeah, that time that England
they're
was
just
actually
pubs.
cool.
Yeah. It's swing in London. Go to the Electric Psychedelic Pussycat Club.
Great.
Jesus.
Go to Soho. What's that? You ever seen that movie? Sorry, just go off tangent.
What
One
movie?
Night in Soho or whatever it's called.
God, that
It's pretty good.
sounds really familiar.
weird.
I think it's Soho.
It's something like that. It's like Last Night in Soho or something like that.
One Night in Soho.
Yeah,
No,
or something like that.
I have not seen this.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Ooh, it's Sci-Horror by Edgar Wright.
Yeah,
A logical thriller.
yeah, it's really good. And they did a good job making all that. Recreating the swinging London, baby. Yeah.
Okay, so
All right. So, do you want to do some research? You want to, some places to just as you're a man of information man, the good places might be there's the British Museum, the London Library, Central News Agency, which has back issues of newspapers, or
oh,
even the Press Association. So any of those will,
I think if we have 2 days to kill, I think I would probably set up or look for a contact to set up with in the underground, and then probably look up the old news articles related to the murders.
Yeah.
Okay. And are we doing this separate, together,
Say collectively.
collectively?
Yes,
All right.
and then at some point, I think I would want to make a trek into Soho,
Yeah.
as a collective party and walk around and see if there's anything that at some point would
Absolutely.
feel familiar
Okay.
for all the crazy
So-
chaos we've gone through.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would suggest, probably going to the looking for the news articles first. In that, they will close, and they're pretty much like a Monday through Friday type operation. So if you want to go into, it's in Ludgate Circus. Where the hell that is? I don't know. What's it called? Central News Agency. Is it on this damn map? La 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 la. Is Ludgate Circus on this map? Oh, I love it when they put things in here that don't really.
Well, I guess you can just
Where's the
throw a couple.
Well, it's probably near the scoop, right? Because it's like.
Oh, okay. Okay,
I'm going to say it's near the scoop. Yeah, because there's like public records office, general post office. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm assuming it would be like in this area. It's over here. There we go. I don't know. Yeah. So to do that, go ahead. You can use your library use. There's a small fee to pay, but whatever. It's inconsequential for you guys. Oh yeah, and your letters of credit actually have to be. You have to take it to the bank, so the funds can be. It takes a couple business days, more than likely. If you're doing it on a Friday, it might be Tuesday at the earliest. But your credit ratings, and because of the arrangements that were made ahead of time, you don't need to really worry about paying your hotel bill or anything. But you'll have that funds at £500 or $500, which is £100 by Monday or Tuesday. In fact, I should probably put that on there. I love this keeping track of all these different times. Yeah, go ahead and make your library. You can use your library use. What are you looking for specifically? I guess we need to know that too.
Whatever it was, I found it.
old articles related to the foreign national killings that they're attributed to, like the Egyptian nationals.
Yes. Okay.
Like anything else that seems out of the ordinary.
Got it. Well, one thing you do notice that the Egyptian murders,
Bai's eyes are better than mine.
most of them are been found. They usually are found washed up in the Thames. They the similar. They're mostly Egyptian nationals, but not all. However, none of them seem to be of a higher standing. That is for sure. Also, that there was a man named or an inspector on the case who was he there was another there was a an inspector that was in charge of the investigation who subsequently disappeared about a year ago.
Oh,
Yes. There is you also, because you got a hard success, I will say that you also realize typically these people that some of them are found in the Thames, but also there were a few found in the Soho area as well. Also apparently they, like I said, they looked like they were beaten severely because of their poor. Most of them were not wealthy at all, which means that it seems weird that they would be robbery would be the motive. There is an article relating that one of the victims was seen earlier at a club called the Blue Pyramid, but that was not verified by anyone else, despite the reporter's best efforts. This is another article from the Scoop.
okay. That's promising.
What else? Sorry, I'm trying to find. Trying to find more stuff about the murders in here. In addition, like I said, like I said, some of them, most of them were Egyptian, but there actually was a few that were not, but had been seen around Soho, and which has also prompted some people, locals, to be upset. So there is a theory that they may be victims of Lascars, which are sailors from South and Southeast Asia. They're typically renowned. They're sailors, and of course, they serve aboard several. Being that they're part of the British Empire, they serve on several British ships, but they are known for being used as hired on for other things. Typically,
I see.
not so much. It's not. They've been known to be hired out as thugs. So could be they're not. There's they're not sure whether this could be related to the opium trade. This could be related to some other illicit substances, because even though there's no prohibition, they still do have that's been an issue for decades.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a significant shipyard somewhere nearby?
Yeah, actually, down in the Limehouse district. If you look here, city of London, there's Soho. You're kind of in the Westminster area. Way over here, yeah, the Limehouse district is kind of the traditional area. where there are lots of ships.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think if I'm gonna establish a contact anywhere, that could be a good spot.
Yes. It could be. And if you want to go and do that, you had also talked about. So that's where you want to establish, see if you can get some, see some people out there,
Mm-hmm.
or do some intelligence, basically intelligence gathering. Go ahead and roll a. What's your? Hold on, sorry. Depends. Are you going to shake people down? Or are you gonna just kind of use charm, kind of just charm and like sit around and just drink, hang out, or are you gonna try to just you can do those any kind of skill you want, like either personal charm.
I
You
see.
can even do your acting skill if you want to do like you're pretending to be Matches Malone and you know.
I think I might ask for Vi's assistance here.
Yeah.
I'd probably look for like a nearby pub or something.
Well, there's several.
Yeah, and I'd ask her to help me find someone who could possibly be disgruntled, someone complaining about pay, somebody who would have a financial incentive to kind of cooperate with me with minimal risk.
Got it.
Yep. As a bartender for a speakeasy, I could probably pick somebody out of a crowd pretty easily. So I think Vi would definitely help, and her tactics would probably be a little bit different than she has normally given. So she'd probably take a seat, kind of at the farish end of the bar, with Woody, and observe the drinking habits of the patrons there, and try to pick out a couple people uh who could be good candidates, and then from there narrow it down by the way that they're acting, how they're holding themselves, what their clothes are like, and pick out that one person that would be perfect for what he needs that person for.
All right, go ahead and your charm.
Can I do a psychology roll?
Whichever one you. So which
Uh,
that sounds good. That sounds good.
Okay.
I make that roll.
That broke up really bad for me. I did not hear what that was.
They're gonna make it's gonna make a roll too.
Okay, cool. Yes.
I
Beep. Little blip.
You find a yeah, there's a poor sod, a young, looks like an older Irishman, face, bulbous nose, red from constantly drinking. This dirty, it's a dim, this Limehouse is a grim and dirty part of London. Doesn't savor a reputation for gambling derelicts and opium and crime. The working class English as well as African and Asian communities. Chinese, Japanese, and East Indians. Mostly the people are sailors or work the docks. He appears to be one such gentleman.
Did somebody say grime?
Stop it! Thank you. Oh, 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 God! I just got. Oh, I just jammed a cupcake on my face. Oh. Oh, God. You turd. All right.
What a turd.
Hi, that one that got a cupcake smashed in his face.
That one. That
he looks
Irishman.
disgruntled.
Very disgruntled.
Oh, he's drinking to forget. something, apparently.
I will point him out to
It
Woody.
definitely seems.
Okay. I'm gonna take a seat next to him
Mm-hmm.
and say, "You look like you had a rough day. Short on funds, possibly. Could I see what kind of beer he's drinking or alcohol he's drinking? Is it like the cheap stuff?
Yep.
Okay. Could I get one of the nicer alcohols on tap and just get him a glass?
You got it. You're able to. Oh, he looks at you suspiciously, but he still takes the drink. I learned a few things growing up in Ireland. Beware of people giving gifts. Ain't no such thing as a free lunch in this town.
No, you're right. There's no such thing as a free lunch. I'm looking for I'm looking to make a business proposal. And I
Aye,
think it may be of interest to you.
aye, I'm listening.
I need information about the gossip and the rumors going around the shipyard. I've got money. If you're willing to do me the favor of scrounging up whatever dirt you find on the shipyard.
Hmm, okay, sounds like a fine idea to me. It'll get me more of this fancy drink you be selling me. Mm. Um. Okay. Well, how do you want to do this? You want me to just go and ask questions? Where are you gonna be so I can tell you what I found out?
Uh, is this your regular spot for drinking?
Ah, it is.
I could swing by from time to time and see if you're around.
Ah, that'd be great.
All right, that sounds good. My name is Woody.
Ah,
What's
oh,
yours?
my name is Seamus.
Seamus.
Ah,
All right.
Seamus
All right, Seamus.
says, okay. Meanwhile, back in
Sounds good.
Australia, we are in Australia. The group finally goes to. A few days later, the group, the convoy, finds itself in the small cow town of Kungaderi. The place stinks. It's hot. It's dusty, and the place smells of overripe, overwhelmingly stench of dung and cattle. It's definitely a cow town. It appears that as you can see, this is the end of the line for it, but you guys took trucks. So it's all, the trucks are unloaded. They're ready to go. Hey, you guys get your supplies. Dodge looks a bit disappointed. Well, Dodge goes to get the supplies, and you guys fill up the trucks. It's a little bit of a hovel of a general store, but they have everything he needs. Oh, and he's like, Dodge, like, oh yeah, where are you? There's the man is like there's like this man that runs it, and he seems looks like he never changes his clothes, and they're just sort of covered with dust and dirt. It's really disgusting. But Dodge is like, oh, Slattery. No, Slattery. What's his name? Hold on, I gotta find him. Kungaderi. But pretty much that's all there is there. Rycroft's general store, and Dodge is like, hey, where's your, hey, where are your three daughters? They're three. You seen me? They're three beautiful Sheilas here. and the old. You guys kind of remember the three other guys, Roscoe and the kid and old Pete. They've been here before, and they do know, that he has three beautiful daughters. They are all between the youngest is 18 and the oldest is 21. And they're very beautiful, which is really weird considering that he is Wycroft is not handsome at all, but that's mainly due to like his disuse of his, for some reason, strange disregard for hygiene. Aye, let her out making a delivery. You also notices that the the kid knows that the other Aborigines that you've met with from time to time refer to as the dead fellow man because his skin is white as a lizard's belly. His eyes are sunken. Despite he has a reputation for being kind of a lunatic. He has good prices.
What are his prices for something like a Bowie knife, if he has anything? You got any big knives? If he's a psychopath, does he got any big knives?
Oh, yeah. I got plenty of knives. And some of them, you're able to get one for, you can easily get one.
All right.
I'm sure you have the money for it. I'm just going to say you got a big Bowie knife.
Yeah.
Basically, a big knife will do... Big knife.
I know there are 3 different knives in the compendium. There's knife large, knife small, and knife medium.
Yeah, we'll go with knife large.
All right.
1d8. What's your damage bonus?
Throw machete on my list.
But
Bowie knife.
And he's able to, he gives you supplies, extra things, like, oh, get close out early. My daughter's already left earlier for a delivery. Well, and and he starts kind of laughing. And you got there pretty early in the morning. You were able to get everything ready, and off into the desert you go. Sort of early morning, and you slowly make your way to the great outback. It's really cool here. You're on a trail, so you do actually are following up tire tracks. And I'll just show this cool map. And we will, not leave on a cliffhanger. We will, this will be, I think we'll stop here. So we've got our expedition into the desert. We've got some skulking around the Limehouse docks and meeting up with some people in London. So it is an exciting time. But yeah, I'm not leaving it on a cliffhanger. Not yet, at least. Dun dun dun. Till you wake up. Oh, you're all dead. No. Anyways,
Surprise!
We'll just end it. Like I said, woo! Glad everyone had a good time. Yeah.
Are we gonna RP the crew? Roscoe and okay.
I think that's you guys are playing that crew, and at some point, I imagine I'll play someone in London.
There is an NPC out there waiting for you to be brought to life.
Waiting for pie.
Oh God! Don't make me play the French guy.
French guy.
Hello.
What's the dude from The Incredibles at Bon Voyage?
Yeah. Listen. I'll take over the Irishman. I'll play him.
Yeah, but that's not funny.
Incredible.
Monsieur Incredible. So funny.
Anyways, so we will see what awaits in the desert. Will they find what they are looking for? Or will they find certain death? No, I mean
I mean, knowing Call of Cthulhu,
Both.
probably a mixture of
why
both.
not?
Yeah, probably a solid mixture of both. I imagine. Let's see. I'm gonna call it now. I think at least one of the 3 NPCs die. I'm gonna say Old Pete. Sorry, Old Pete, but I think you're gonna end up dying.
Oh,
No,
not
I
old
don't know if you
Pete.
noticed.
Nah, he's Woody.
You guys,
Woody's the survivor.
you haven't. If you haven't noticed your awesome your luck scores.
Definitely more luck than I have. Although, listen, it's Old Pete. Old Pete. Old Pete's destined. You know what I mean?
He's also the doctor.
He's probably he'll
Oh, shit.
probably die of old age.
Oh,
Um,
I mean, he's
it's hot in the outback. The older you get, he'll probably die of heat stroke. I'm gonna put my money on Old Pete dying, and then I'm gonna put money on Old Pete not even dying from an enemy. I think he's just gonna collapse.
He's just gonna die.
I think he's just gonna die. I think we're gonna park these trucks, and
Gonna have
Old
a
Pete
heart
in the
attack.
passenger seat is gonna be dead.
He's gonna
That's
be
what I
That's
think.
who I had writing. Roscoe.
It's
was
like
the one
he's
who
gonna
came
be
in.
playing on Asian difficulty. He's gonna get out of the car, roll an ankle, and just collapse.
Yeah, sorry, Old Pete. I don't think you got too long for you.
You know the funny?
Uh,
A lot of his skills are so decent. Like climb is 40, jump is 45.
Yeah, so is mine. It doesn't mean you're not gonna die.
Well,
How
I mean,
old is Old Pete?
he's 57.
Yeah, listen, that's
but
heart
he has
attack
art
age.
craft cooking.
Yeah, in
I
the
think.
30s, you might as well be in a home at that age.
Yeah, man. Like Old Pete's only alive right now because this used to be a prisoner island, and they kind of just threw anyone here. You know?
Maybe he's alive by some other means.
Oh man, Old Pete.
Old Pete's zombie.
Old Pete
Saboteur.
was
He's a
a
vampire.
prisoner. He was a prisoner.
If we get swarmed, I'll just make dinosaur sounds, and I'll probably
I
have
think
it.
we're even gonna make it that far. I think we're about
Right.
to make you look at the flowers.
Yeah, man. I don't think you're gonna see any action. I really think we're gonna park these trucks and you're gonna just fall
Yep.
of a heart attack.
Just look at the cactus, Pete.
One cactus.
Especially if you're talking like that, you don't got long, man.
Great game, as always.
Well,
Thank
I think
you so much.
Yeah, exciting. Now we're gonna I can't wait till next week. I will tell you, Australia is a bug nuts insane chapter. But
Oh, I'm glad I came here.
it's gonna be crazy. All right. Well, you guys have a good day. I'll see you in a couple weeks then.
Yep. All right, everybody.
28th.
Yep.
See you then.
See you next time.
Alright.
Everybody say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, you.
Bye, YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Good day, YouTube.
Happy dungeon delving,
Goodbye.
everyone.
I gotta work on my accent. Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
Yes.